Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. So our next meetup is going to be the 18th of next month. And if you missed the meetup last month or just last week, now's your chance to sit there and put it on the calendar. We have a great time. It's just fun. Just lots and lots of fun. I'm also going to do tips and tricks, and it's over what do you do when you're at the casino and nothing is working as far as the craps table. Sometimes if you only live 15 minutes away or less, less than an hour away, you can walk away and say, well, it just didn't work this time. But what happens if you're there for just once a month and you're at your favorite spot, and no matter what you do, you sit there and go for the pass line, they 7 out. You go for the don't, they make their point. You put all your money on the up here and just what to do. And I have a tip and trick for you, and maybe this might help somebody out there. Another question, I always meet interesting people. And I sat there and met somebody the last time I was in Vegas, and he really wasn't a dice setter. He was more of a, I'm going to bet on what I think is going to come up next, such as the midnight. If you're there long enough and midnight shows up, you can sit there and make your chips to start counting how many rolls until midnight hits again. So say like, it pays 30 to 1. So midnight is thrown, and if you wait 15 rolls by keeping track on your chips, and then you start doing $1 on midnight every single roll. Does anybody ever do that? I'm just asking. If you do, leave it in the comments. How much do you win? How typically do you sit there and wait until the next, for once the midnight's been rolled, how long do you wait? Things like that. I am very much interested in that because, as we know, 15 should not come up every single time. Not 15. Midnight should not come up every single time, but it should be at least 15 rolls or greater in between midnight. I've actually rolled 3 midnights in a row, which would blow my mind if I sat there and, could sit there and bet accordingly to that. But let me know in the comments. The big thing I want to show you is I always tell you how your dice roll should be integrated to your strategy. So with this dice roll, most of the time when I'm at Vee Quiva or when I'm at Ellis Island, I typically roll a lot of 5s. So I'm going to do a type of an iron cross, but I am going to sit there and hop the 5s. And that way I have less money on the table, but the outcome should be the same as if I have a lot of money on the table. And we'll see how that goes. All right, guys, so this is the tips and tricks part of today's video. Sometimes you're sitting there playing and you're on the pass line and you're just not making headway. So then you switch to the don't, and that doesn't make you headway either. So this is what I do. You're only there once a month. You're not going to go back, you're not going to sit there and leave the table. You're at your favorite spot. You're waiting for your turn to roll, and you just keep on getting knocked off the table. You can either do one of two things. Once the puck is turned on, no matter where it's on, sit there and do a minimum bet and ask them for the 6, or ask them for the 8, and just sit there and park it there. Don't do anything else. Do that a couple of turns, or once the point is set, wherever it might be, sit there and put a minimum on the come line, and wherever it goes, just park it there, let it stay. Sometimes after doing this for 1 or 2 turns, get back in the groove, and it will save you from just throwing a lot of money at the table, which you really shouldn't be doing, waiting for your turn to come around. So again, doesn't really matter where the puck is. Choose a number, 8 or 6, or sit there and put minimum in the come line, and just sit there and wait, see what happens. All right, guys, so this is my strategy for the way that I throw. And I always sit there and stress that if we know what numbers we're going to hit, let's put money where we know we're going to hit. And if we're not going to throw numbers that way, then don't put numbers that way. You can even do a $25 table, $10 table, $15 table, $5 table, as long as it's 25 or low, 25 or higher. This will work on those tables. I'm the one rolling. I have 100, 200, 300, 400, $400 right here. I'm going to make it a $5 table. That's what I normally play at. Vee Quiva actually went down to $5 again. Ellis Island is still $5, 24/7. So I'm doing $5 on the pass line. I'm going to sit there and get some change here. I'm going to protect my 5 with $1 on the C and see what happens here. This is my 3-6-5-6 roll. And we won with a 7. I lose the C. I gain 5. We're going to cover that C one more time, and I want to get my landing under control here. That's a 6. My landing is still not under control. So we're going to sit there and do $60 on the 8. And then on the 5s, I'm going to hop the 5s. Now, I don't have a spot for the 5s, but there's only 2 ways to roll a 5. Those are my hopping the 5s right there. And then I'm going to do $35 on the field. Now, I landed on the 6. I would more than likely put $60 on the 6, but being that the puck is on 6, I'm going to leave it just like that. So no matter what I roll now, except for the 7, I'm going to be paid. And hopefully I'll do 5s. And that's a 5. I'm going to lose the field bet. I'm going to lose one of these 5s. That 5 there is going to pay me 70. Set my 5 back up. Put $35 back in the field. That's mark 5. And I also had 1 on the 7 as well. And that's a 7. That's not good. Puck comes off. We'll try it one more time. $5 on the pass, $1 for the C. And see if I can't stick my landing better. It's going to be an 8. Lost my C. And we're going to do 35 in the field. 60 on 6. And hop the 5s. $5 a piece. $6. I want to lose the field. Lose the hopping. That 6 is going to pay me 70. $35 back in the field. $5 for the hop-in. Mark my 6. And let's continue on. Midnight. I'm going to lose my hop-in 5s. This is going to pay double. In the comments, somebody was at Ellis Island because they were mad. Well, they weren't mad because they're in Ellis Island. They were mad at Ellis Island because they do not have a triple on the 12. And I've never seen a triple on a 12 in a long, long, long time. So I asked them, I said, is that common? Being that I knew it probably wasn't. And they're like, oh yeah, all the casinos in Vegas have it that way except for Ellis Island. Let me know in the comments. Do you have a triple, either 12 or 2? And if so, where? I didn't want to make an argument with them, but it's something I haven't seen in probably 20 years. It's going to be a 6. Mark the 6. We lose the field. We lose our hop-in. And that's going to pay us 70 again. We're going to replace our 5s. Replace the field. Five. We're going to lose one of our 5s. We're going to lose the field. That's going to pay us 70. We're going to replace that 5. Replace our field. Mark the 5. Continue on. Nine. We're going to lose our hop-in. We're going to win 35 in the field. Replace our hop-in. Mark the 9. The bad landing. There went 7. One, two, three, four, 5, 6 numbers. Let's do it one more time. I think I can do better. I just gotta watch my landing. At least I know I can do better. It's gonna be a 6. It's only 60 on 8. 35 in the field. And hop the 5s. We lose that guy. Mark the 6. It's going to be a 4. 3, 1, 4. We lose our hopping. We get paid in the field. Put our hopping back up. Mark the 4. Five. Lose our field. Lose one of the 5s. That's going to pay us 70. Put that one back up. Put our field back up. Nine. 5, 4, 9. We lose our hopman. We're going to get paid 35 for the field. Put our hopping back up. Mark the 9. Five. We lose one of these guys. We lose the field. That's going to pay us 70. Put one back. Put our field back. And I marked the 5. No, I did not. Mark the 5. Three. 1, 2, 3. We're going to lose our hopping. We're going to get paid 35 for the field. Our hopping comes back. Mark the 3. Try again. It's going to be a 10. We lose our hopping. We get paid 35 for the field. I watched some of these videos on YouTube, and they're like, you got to wait for a long roll. I don't think a long roll is ever going to happen. And when it does happen, you won't see it, or you won't have your money in the right spot. And there goes a 7. You should not anticipate a long roll. You should anticipate a short roll, and you want to put as much money as you can possibly afford to lose on the table. and hope that your strategy is going to sit there and work. $425 and $1. It would be different if I didn't have a camera on me, but that's the outcome right there. And as you saw, how many fives I threw regular than anything else. So put your money where you're going to sit there and put where you're going to make the most hits. And notice every time I sat there and made a hit on the 6 or the 8, and I didn't put that $60 back up there, I would have lost it. There's no sense of sitting there putting that money back in there. I'm hitting everything just one time around, 6s and 8s, but I am hitting more on the 5s. So truly, that strategy is like is good for me. Now, in the comments, if you think there should have been a better strategy or I should have done something a little bit better, I'm up for game. Let me know in the comments. That's for sure. And let me know what number you hit most often, what dice set that you're using in the strategy. If you don't want to put in the comments, you can always sit there and email me. It's going to be dicesetters@gmail.com. Thanks, guys, for watching. Like, share, and definitely put a comment on there. I sit there and like the interaction that we have together. And if this has been a help for you, put that in there. Let me know if I'm helping you. If you want me to try something different, put that in there as well. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.